Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today our yin yoga practice is going to stretch out our shoulders and our backs. So find a little bit of space to move. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. So let's begin today laying all the way down. And we'll start off with our shoulders. So bending your knees, planting your feet. We're just going to take our left hand and slide it under our middle or the middle of our backs. So kind of on the outside of our back, not all the way under the spine, just tuck it under a little bit. So rotating that shoulder inwards, you might already be feeling that stretch. So if you're good there, you're going to stay. If you want a little bit more, you're just going to let your knees fall over to the left. So that right hip can lift up. Now we're just trying to rotate that shoulder a little bit more. The right shoulder can stay down, or if you want even more, you're going to try and roll over completely onto that left side. But only go as far as you need to feel something. This one can be quite intense, so just find what works for you. Stay there and breathe for a few moments. And don't worry about rolling all the way over onto that left side. We won't stay here too long. So just relax. Close your eyes. And if you are pretty much on that left side, I want you just to slowly come back. Start with that right shoulder. Bring the right shoulder back. And then you can lift the knees one at a time, all the way until you're laying completely flat on your back. You just have your hand under you, and you're going to slide that hand out. Hopefully you feel like you need to take a few shoulder rolls or even give yourself a little bit of a shoulder massage. And then we're going to switch sides. So you're just going to take your right hand under your back this time. So kind of the middle, kind of just slightly under it. Your shoulder, your palm will be facing down. I forgot to mention your palm will be facing down. And then you're just going to let your knees, if you want to go further, fall over towards the right. Staying here with that left shoulder down. You can even weigh it down a bit, or you can really go for it and try and lay on that right side. Just a couple breaths on this side. And then we're going to use an inhale to start to slowly come back. You can start with that left shoulder and then the knees, taking your hand out from under you, taking a few shoulder rolls if you need it. Massage that shoulder a little bit. Whatever you need. And then we're just going to stay laying on our backs, but we're going to come for a twist. So straighten the left leg and pull the right knee in towards the chest. Give it a nice big hug. And from here, we'll pull the knee across the body. Try and rotate the hips a little bit so that right hip is stacking over top of the left. Your knee does not have to touch the floor. Just let it fall as far as it wants to. And then pay attention to that right shoulder. Can you keep that right shoulder nice and heavy? You might need to extend the right arm out to the side. Twisting. Just releasing that low back. Taking a few more moments in this twist. You can deepen your breath just slightly. Whenever you're ready, use a big inhale to lift your knee all the way back. So you're laying flat on your back again. Hug it into your chest just before you let it go. You can extend that right leg all the way out long. And start to pull the left knee in. Start by giving it a nice big hug. And when you're ready for that twist, pull the knee across your body. Let that left hip lift up. It likes to lift. And reach that left arm out to weigh down the shoulder. And coming back to your breath, if you notice that you're kind of thinking about some things that don't relate to this twist. And with an inhale, when you're ready, just bringing the knee back up. Pull it towards your chest one last time. And then you can start to let that leg go as well. We're going to rock up to seated or roll to one side and come onto our hands and knees. We'll meet in tabletop. So from your hands and from your knees, we're going to reach both of our arms out in front and take a puppy dog stretch. So I want you to find as much length through your arms as you can, dropping the forehead all the way down. If it will go all the way to your mat, or grab something to rest it on. If your forehead touches, no problem. You can start to rest the chin and then the chest, keeping your hips nice and high. We're just going to use an inhale to lift the chest up a little bit. We're going to stay here a little bit longer, you guys. And you can do the exact same thing. Both arms out long. Or if you want to work on one arm at a time, we're going to keep the right arm out nice and straight. So straight as you can get it. And we're still the same thing. But instead of the forehead, I want you to bring your right cheek to the mat. And then think about lowering the chest to the mat as well. So now we're just stretching the right arm and that right shoulder. You might be able to go a little bit further than when you have both of your arms. If this doesn't feel right, or you find that you had a better stretch with both, you can go back to where we just were. What to do with this left hand while the right arm is getting the stretch. Can go wherever you want. Beside you. Maybe rest it on your low back. You might get an added bonus of a shoulder stretch for that left side. We're just trying to let gravity pull the chest to the floor and lengthen the arms and open the shoulders. You might even be getting a stretch for your neck if you have your cheek down. Nice work, you guys. If you're doing both arms, you can stay. If you have just that right arm out, we're going to switch sides. So lift up a little bit, move slow, reaching the left arm out. Try and straighten that arm. The left cheek's going to come down this time. Hips are staying high. That chest is trying to find the floor. Use your right arm wherever you want it. Behind you. Beside you. Awesome work, you guys. Using an inhale wherever you're at. One arms, two arms. We're slowly going to lift back up. That one felt extra good today. If you want to take a few shoulder rolls, take them. Whatever feels good. Maybe you just want to lay on your stomach or sit on your heels. Awesome work, you guys. All right, we're gonna just transition to a nice seated position and bring our legs out in front. So our legs are gonna be nice and bent here, and we're just going to give our legs a hug. So I kind of want you to bring the chest towards the knees and tuck your chin, and we're trying to lengthen through the back here. So Some people with low back pain, I'm going to give you guys a different option in a moment. A forward fold for some of you is going to feel really good on the hamstrings and the back. Folding forward, tucking the chin towards the collarbone. If this is not good for you, if it's just uncomfortable, painful, you can come up to standing. If you do have a wall, you can rest your butt on it, bring your feet about hip width or a little bit wider, and just fold forward. The wall's there to support you, and you're just going to fold forward. I want you to release your low back here. If you don't have a wall, same thing. You don't need a wall, but you just have to find your balance. So you're folding forwards, and you're going to stay like this for a few moments. Bend your knees as much as you need to feel some release through that low back. So few options: sitting, standing, using a wall, just a few breaths here. So find what works for you and your back. Let's take just another 2 or 3 breaths in this one. If you're standing, let your upper body be nice and heavy. Let your head be heavier. See if you can tuck your chin a little bit more. If you're folding, if you're sitting, tuck that chin. Soften the back of the neck. And then wherever you are, use an inhale to lift your upper body back up. If you did go to a wall or you're standing up right now, find your way back down. Have a seat. We're going to cross our legs or just sit comfy. We're going to get back into the shoulders, the upper back. Eagle arms. Reach your arms out long. Bring them in, crossing the right arm over top of the left. You can give your shoulders, try to grab your shoulders, giving yourself a nice hug here. If you want full eagle arms, you can try to wrap these arms together. Palms might be touching, and then you can just lift the elbows. Imagining space being created between the shoulder blades. And try and relax the shoulders away from your ears. Awesome, you guys. Using an inhale, reaching your arms out nice and wide. And we'll switch sides. Left arm over top. Stay here. Hug the shoulders. Or try to bring those palms together. Twist the arms. Lift the elbows just a little bit. Drop those shoulders. Find some space between the shoulder blades. Nicely done, you guys. Using an inhale, reach the arms out nice and wide again, and then just let your fingertips find the floor beside you. We're going to turn back over onto our backs. One last thing to do here. Laying down, you can pull your knees towards your chest and do a little rock side to side. You can actually keep your floor on the mat and do a little rock side to side, massaging that low back. If you have plow pose in your practice, another way to release that low back, you can start to find some length through the legs, sliding your hands up towards the ankles and just letting the feet find the floor behind your head. And if plow practice is not available to you or not in your practice, just do a little rock side to side. And if you did come into plow, slowly bring your hips back down to the floor. And then the feet, everyone can bring their feet to the floor. A little rock side to side again, one more time if you want. And that is it. That is all, my friends. Take a few moments in Savasana. Let your legs go out. Spread your feet nice and wide. Resting your arms at your sides or on your tummy and your heart. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. As always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have time for. And until next time, enjoy your day. Namaste.